Hello, potato. Over the life of this channel, I have tried a number of items flavored like elote, or Mexican street corn. I discovered it, I think fairly on. I think I discovered it at the state fair. I don't know if it was in a video or not, but I think it was, with elote fries. And it's a combination of corn and cheese and spice and the acidity of lemon. And it's a combination that really works well for me and presumably lots of other people, hence it being an iconic food item. And I wouldn't say sought out, but certainly when I've seen grabbed elote flavored items, we've tried chips and Cheetos and almonds and snack mixes and varying levels of goodness. The best thing, honestly, I think the best elote flavored item were the Sam's Club elote tortilla chips, which sadly they have never made again. Huge disappointment there. But since I think the last couple were the almonds and the snack mix, both of which were kind of disappointing, it has been kind of radio silence on the elote front. I think maybe elote has had its 5 minutes in the sun, you know, like when we had bacon everything and Hatch chilies were in everything, and then we had elote everything, and of course everything bagel everything, which you can still at least get the everything bagel seasoning, which is the most important everything bagel themed item. But it's been a kind of a dry spell for a while now on the elote front until I was at my local warehouse club and I saw this. Chef Hak's Mexican street corn mac and cheese, the perfect side dish, just heat and serve. And I don't know, I'm sure it won't look anything like that. We got some cilantro, we got the tortilla cheese, got some grilled corn in there, a very red looking sauce, which should be interesting for mac and cheese. It's a refrigerated item. It's made with real cheese in Small Batch. I think Small Batch is a town in New Mexico. It is canola and soy free. And it has a use-by date of May, which is about a month from now. It's got an easy-to-heat pouch, just boil in the bag. Now, I haven't boiled anything in the bag probably since I was like 5 or 6. Before microwaves were ubiquitous in homes, TV dinners frequently had to either be made in the oven. You know, this is for you young people out there, people born like millennials onwards. Before microwaves were ubiquitous, there was a time when not every home had a microwave, and also when microwaves were kind of not very good. That TV dinners, we called them TV dinners back then because you ate them in front of the TV. The convenience dinners we have now had to actually be either cooked in the oven, they came like in metal trays and you cooked them in the oven, or you boiled them in the bag. And I do have a distinct memory as a small child having Stouffer's boil in a bag spaghetti and meatballs on a fairly regular basis. But yeah, that just gave me flashbacks when I saw just boil in the bag. There's words back here. I've never heard of Chef Hak. Chef Shazone Hak? Hackman? Sharon Hackman? Shazone Hack? Shavone? Shalone? Dude, you need to print your name on here as well as sign it, because I have no idea what your name is. I mean no disrespect, you look like a nice guy, but I have no idea what your name there is. The perfect mashup, a creamy and bold cheese blend folded into al dente cavatappi noodles with street corn and our signature Mexican spice blend. Squeeze a little fresh lime juice to make this dish sing with flavor. If you love mac and cheese and love Mexican street corn, we gotcha. Well, sadly, I didn't read that part because I don't have any fresh limes. We're going to have it exactly as it comes out of the package. Now, it says boil in the bag, but it does also say you can just cook it in a saucepan or microwave it. But you know, I actually am going to boil it in the bag for a couple reasons. One, I haven't boiled anything in the bag probably in, more years than I care to mention. But also, I feel like cooking it this way, you're going to lose some of that sauce to the inside of the saucepan. You have more potential for burning things. This is much more of like sous vide before sous vide, where everything's going to heat fairly evenly. You're not going to have much of a chance of anything getting burnt. The pasta could get overcooked, but other than that, not going to get burnt. You're not going to have sauce stuck to the inside of the pan. You're going to get whatever you can squeeze out of the bag will be in the bowl. Also, I think microwave just is not going to be... Microwave's not generally the best way to make anything. I mean, even things that they make me in the microwave generally could be made better another way. But let's open this up, take a look at it before I go and boil it. Obviously, I won't be opening up and trying it cold if I'm going to boil it in the bag, because the bag needs to stay sealed. So what all do we get? So Actually, look at nutrition. Where's nutrition? There's nutrition. 3.5 servings per container. Serving size is 1 cup. 44% of your sodium, so it's gonna be a little salty. Full of cheese. That makes sense. 16 grams of protein. That actually surprises me. So, how much do we... So let's get 1 pouch. Okay. I wasn't sure if there'd be more than 1 pouch or not. There is just 1 big gloopy pouch used by May 12th. Production date, March 13th. So as of this recording, this is only about, almost a month. 3 weeks old. But yeah, look at that color. That is definitely an interesting color for macaroni cheese. You can see the corn in there. You can see like some little burnt bits from the corn. So, it doesn't have any fresh cilantro in it. Wow, those ingredients are tiny. Can we read those? Water, milk, fire roasted corn. So corn is the 3rd ingredient. That's interesting. Enriched cavatappi pasta, mild cheddar cheese, potato starch, cornstarch, cellulose, Monterey Jack cheese. I'm trying to kind of skip over all the brackets. Whole milk mozzarella cheese. Lots of cheese. That's a good thing, actually. Some chipotle chili peppers in there. No, so it feels like you need to add a lot of stuff if you want it to look at all like this. Because, yeah, there's no cotija cheese listed. Cheese. No cilantro. I'm guessing that's more hot sauce on top. We're just gonna try it the way it comes. And again, you need lime juice. So I am woefully unprepared for making this properly, but I like to try it the way it is in the package. Anyways, most people are not going to do all this garnish. If you wanted to put that much work into it, you wouldn't be buying instant food. You just make some. So, and we don't have any of the garnish on top here, sadly. We're not going to be doing any of that. But how long does it cook? So I have to boil this in a quart of water, unopened pasta bag, pot, bring water to simmer on medium heat. So I put this in cold, okay, and then simmer for 5 to 6 minutes. So I am going to go do that, and then we'll come back and we'll try some of Chef Hak's Mexican street corn mac and cheese. I will be right back. All right, I am back now with a bowl of Chef Hak's Mexican street corn mac and cheese, fresh from the boiled in bag. So one thing I forgot about boiling the bag, and indeed I probably never did it because I was a small child when we had boiled in the bag foods as a regular thing, and therefore I'm sure my mom actually did most of the boiling in the bag. Of course, is that when you're done boiling in the bag, what you have is a very hot bag of slippery, wet stuff. So I did a pretty good job of not making a mess with it though, and not burning myself, so that's good. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have a very reddish. I haven't added anything. There's no lime juice. I haven't added any cotija cheese. I haven't added any cilantro. This is exactly how it comes out of the bag. It's a lot of corn here. It actually smells pretty good. Nothing with boiling the bag, of course, you can't smell it until you open it. It smells like mac and cheese with maybe a little bit more seasoning to it. There might be a little bit of kick in here because there is a chipotle pepper way down at the bottom of the list, but there is some in there. So let's got a good nice sauce. One thing I've always liked in a mac and cheese is a good nice sauce. We do have a lot of sauce here, which I love. So I've never been a fan of the boxed mac and cheese, the dry powdered ones. I don't mind the deluxe ones. The deluxe ones have the cheese packet, but the dry powder ones, you don't get any sauce. You get a coating. This is a sauce. There's actual sauce in here, and I like that. All right, let's see how it is. Let's see how Chef Hak's perfect side dish is. I feel like it's probably gonna be too hot. I should, get less of it. There we go. All right, let's give it a try. The cheese is not overly flavorful. The corn is nice. I can taste the corn very well. There's some heat coming up at the end. A little pepperiness, maybe a little bit hotter than just kind of a salt and pepper flavored item. I kind of was hoping for more cheese flavor, and definitely, we don't have the lime, we don't have the cilantro. Those things are missing. I feel like this serving suggestion here, which is very much what we're doing, is a serving suggestion, not an actual representation of what you're buying. Although I would not necessarily add more heat to it. It's not super spicy or anything, but the heat level is nice for mac and cheese. The pasta's nicely done. It could be a little more al dente for me, honestly. I did it for the 6 minutes because I wanted to make sure it was hot. And I don't know how done the pasta was before I started cooking it, or how much more it cooked in the bag. But I mean, it could be a little more al dente for my taste. Let me try some of the sauce on its own. The sauce has a little bit of that, not quite grittiness, but like not everything is dissolved into a perfect creamy texture that you tend to get in like homemade mac and cheese, which, I mean, part of that's probably because there is like the spice and stuff in there is probably what I'm feeling more than the actual cheese, like granules, but it's not like perfectly creamy texture. And honestly, I kind of expected a little bit more flavor from the cheese in this. It's not bad. I would get this again, but I probably would want to get some of like the cotija cheese to put on top of it, just to bring out that cheese, that kind of fresh cheese flavor a little more. A little cilantro. We actually have cilantro in the garden. I probably could go and grab some and put it on here to finish it, because of course this is my lunch. But it's not bad. It is one of the better elote flavored items I have tried over the last few years. So that's something. So yeah, I can see maybe getting this again. I think my wife might find it a little bit too peppery for her. We'll find out. But for me, I think this is actually pretty good. But yeah, it does need, it would definitely profit from having these. Like they could have put like a little packet of, maybe not fresh cilantro, but a little packet of like cotija cheese or something in there that you could sprinkle on top, or a little thing of lime juice or something that you could put on top. That would definitely have increased like the value of this item, instead of making you supply it on your own, because after all, I'm buying instant mac and cheese here. One should assume I don't necessarily have lots of other ingredients on hand if I'm buying things that are heat and eat, But it's pretty good. I would get it again. I would add some more stuff to it, but I would get it again. It's got a subtle but nice flavor to it. The corn is actually very nice in it. The corn actually is probably where most of the flavor is coming from, which makes sense. It's street corn flavored. The corn should probably be a pretty dominant flavor in there. And like it was a second ingredient. Yeah, corn is second ingredient. So corn should be pretty heavily there. And it could use a little more of the flavor of like the cotija cheese and the cilantro and the lime juice, because that's one thing it is sorely missing, is it doesn't have any of that acidic tang to it that I like from elote flavored things. But it is good. I think I did overdo the pasta a little bit. If I did it again, I would probably boil it for the 5 minutes instead of the 6. See if that makes any difference. I mean, it could just be that the pasta is already done that way before being packaged, or it could be that just I overcooked it. The 6 minutes was just too much. I should have gone with the 5, and maybe would have gotten a little bit more of an al dente kind of texture to the pasta. Pasta's a little overdone. It needs the acid, but otherwise, and it needs cotija, and cilantro wouldn't hurt. It needs the extra things in the picture, but otherwise, I mean, even on its own, it is still a perfectly passable macaroni and cheese. It is one of the better street corn flavored items I've had in recent years. And yeah, I would get it again. But have you tried Chef Hak's Mexican, or do you know who Chef Hak is? I've never even heard of this guy. Is there other Chef Hak items out there I should try? Let me know in the comments. Are there other Mexican street corn things that I can easily get that I should try? Let me know in the comments. And have you tried this? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. But I do hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.